Hello everybody, welcome to my Math 8 SOL video review. We have a question here. It's not a multiple choice, it's a fill in the blank kind of question. So let's go ahead and read what it says. We have a young man named Kyle who's caught 9 insects for his science project in the first week. He caught 13 insects in the second week. What's the percent increase in the number of insects caught from the first week to the second week? So we need our percent change formula. And the percent change formula, write that down, percent change formula is one from a previous question on this test. So if you can recall, the formula looks like this. It is the difference divided by the original. And then you have to multiply your answer by 100 to turn it into a percent. All right, so what do we mean by difference? Well, we're talking about the difference between the number of insects Kyle started out with in week 1 compared to how many he caught in week 2. So the difference between those two numbers, the difference between 9 and 13, will make up our numerator. Our denominator is going to be the original, or how many he began with in the first week. And it says Kyle caught 9 insects in the first week. So 9 will be our denominator. So 13 minus 9 gives us a total of 4 over 9. And if I use my handy dandy calculator to figure out what that is, that comes out to be, I believe, 0.444 forever and ever and ever. But when I multiply this by 100 to turn it into a percent, my answer rounded, my answer rounded is 44.44%. So to answer this correctly, in this box we would put in 44.44. Since this didn't specify what we need to round it to, we need to be careful with that. If it asks us to round it to the nearest 10th place, then we would have written in 44.4. If it asks us to round it to the nearest hundredths place, then 44.44 is correct. If it asks us to round it to the nearest whole number, then 44 would be the correct value. So it's very important that we're paying attention. And in this answer, actually it did. Let me read the rest of the question. It says round your answer to the nearest whole number. So, good thing I checked that. Let's go ahead and erase what we put in here. Let's go ahead and put in 44%. Okay, so rounded 44.44. Rounded to the nearest whole number is just 44%. Okay. Again, it is, and I almost made the mistake in this video, and I'm glad we caught it. I feel like a question like this, a student is going to struggle with or get the wrong answer because they didn't carefully read the question all the way to the end. And also they might have forgotten this formula. This formula you can guarantee will be in some way, shape, or form on your SOL test. So it is definitely valuable to remember this formula. It's not one of those formulas that they're going to provide to you. You need to remember it. So those two things combined, reading the direction carefully and remembering the formula, I feel you'll have an excellent chance of answering a question like this correctly on the test. All right. Have a great day, everybody.